Hello. Today I want to talk about number representation and calculation. Well, a number is an abstract idea that addresses the question how many. Well, a numeral is the symbol that you use to represent a number. Okay? Well, you ask me how many and I say 5. Well, it's an abstract idea, right? To answer your question. So it's a number. But as soon as I use a numeral, for example, I use this numeral, okay? This is a numeral. As soon as I use a symbol to represent my answer, right? 5, okay? Or I write like that, use this symbol, it's a numeral, okay? So, well, you asked me how many kittens, and well, I answer. The answer is a number, but as soon as I use a symbol to describe the number, I'm using a numeral. Okay, so 5 kittens. So this is my kitty. Actually, Barfi when was a kitten. So cute. Well, different symbols can be used to represent the same number, right? So, for example, different numerals we can use to represent, 9 kitties, right? We can use Roman numeral, we can use Hindu Arabic numeral. Guys, Hindu Arabic is base 10 that we usually use, right? Here we go. So, well, one thing is that number system, a system of numeration, okay, well, contains, basic numerals and the rules for combining actually, these numerals. Okay, so we are using base 10 or Hindu Arabic. Okay, the other name for base 10 is Hindu Arabic. Well, that's same as base 10 because actually it was invented in India and brought to Europe by the Arabs. So we call that Hindu Arabic numeral system or base 10. That's a number system that we use every day. So in Hindu Arabic number system, so these are the digits that are allowed from 0 to 9, okay? And you can make any other numeral, any number using all these digits, right? For example, if you want to make 19, you use 1 and 9. So you make all the numbers that you want from these digits from 0 to 9. We call these symbols digits, right? So with the use of exponents, right, we can actually expand any number in Hindu Arabic, okay, based on, powers of 10, because Hindu Arabic, as we said, is actually base 10, right? Well, any number that I give you, you can actually expand that number based on the powers of 10. For example, if I tell you, the numeral 578, that's 5 times 100 plus 7 times 10 times 8 times 1. Well, 100 is 10 to the power of 2, 10 is 10 to the power of 1, and 1 is actually 10 to the power of 0, right? So you're expanding this numeral based on the powers of 10, right? Because that's base 10. So here we go. Or if I give you the number, let's say 23, right? So it's 2 times 10 plus 3 times 1, right? It's actually 2 times 10 to the power of 1 plus 3 times 10 to the power of 0, right? So it becomes 23. So you can expand any number in Hindu Arabic system, right? You can expand any number based on powers of 10 in Hindu Arabic number system. So powers of 10. So these powers of 10, we call them place values. Okay, so for base 10 or Hindu Arabic, the place values are powers of 10. So we start from 1, then 10 to the power of 1, 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 3, and so on. These are the place values. Place values. Here we go. So Hindu Arabic, right? We use these powers of 10, but you can use actually power of any number, okay? Well, it doesn't have to be necessarily 10. For example, every day we are using, time, right? So 60 seconds is 1 minute, right? So 1 hour is 60 times 60, 60 to the second power seconds, right? So you're using a number system that is based on powers of 60, right? To express, time. Well, so we can use any actually power of any number, right? It doesn't have to be 10. Well, talking about time and powers of 60, that's actually Babylonian number system. So Babylonian number system has only two symbols. This is the symbol for 1 and here is the symbol for 10. So this symbol represents 1 and this symbol represents 10. The place values are powers of 60. So first one is 1, which is 60 to the power of 0. Then we have 60 to the power of 1, 60 to the power of 2, 60 to the power of 3, and so on. Here we go, right? So if a numeral is given to me, Babylonian, how can I change that to Hindu Arabic or base 10? That's really easy. For example, let's say this numeral is given to me and I want to change that to Hindu Arabic or base 10. Guys, first of all, write down the place values. Here are the place values for Babylonian number system. Okay, now I'm gonna write down the digits that we have. We said that this symbol actually represents 1. This symbol represents 10. This one is 10, then this one is 10, and this one represents 1. When they are grouped together, you add them, just like these two. They're grouped together, so this one is 1 plus 1. Here you just have 1, right? So it's 10. Here they are grouped together, okay? Add them. 10 plus 10. And here we only have 1, which is 1. Now, what I do, second step, I write down the place value of each digit. Guys, you write down the place values from right to left. Okay, from right to left. So the place value of this digit is 1. The place value of this digit is 60 to 1. The place value of this one is 60 to 2. And the place value of the last digit is 60 to 3. So first of all, write down what each digit is. Then write down the place value of each digit. Don't forget to write down the place values from right to left. Okay? Now, next step, multiply each digit by its place value and then add the results. Very, very easy. So here, your digit is 1, times its place value, 60 to the third power. Add it to the next one. Your digit is 10 plus 10, right? So 10 plus 10 times its place value, 60 squared. Here we go. Add it to the next one. Your digit is 10 times its place value, which is 60 to 1, and plus, okay, your digit is 1 plus 1 times its place value, which is 1. And then add them all. So multiply each digit by its place value and then add them all. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, when you add them all, that's what you get. 288,602. Okay, so step 1. Write down the place values, okay? It was Babylonian number system, so I wrote down the place values that are the powers of 60. Step 2, multiply each digit by its place value. And step 3, add the results of step 2. So I wrote down the place values. I multiply each digit by its place value, and then I added the results. So here we go. Well, what is a major disadvantage of the Babylonian system, you think? Just look at here and tell me what you think. What is a major disadvantage of using this number system? What do you think? Well, it doesn't have a zero, right? So we have two digits. One is 10, right? One represents 10 and the other one represents 1. So it doesn't contain a symbol for a zero. So that's a big disadvantage, right? Okay, so let me find an example from the textbook. And okay, convert this Babylonian numeral to Hindu Arabic or base 10. Okay, here we go. This one. What is this? Then we have this, and then we have this. I give you around 2 minutes, okay? Go ahead, change this numeral to Hindu Arabic, and then we solve it together. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Okay, so here is the numeral that we want to convert, right? Okay, step 1. First of all, I write the place values. So we're working with the Babylonian number system. So the place values are powers of 60. So 1, 60 to 1, 60 to 2, 60 to 3, and so on. So here are the place values. Okay, now let's write down what each digit is. So this represents 10, and okay, here guys we have 4 actually digits grouped together. Okay, so we add them. When they are actually grouped together, we add them. So one is 10, the other one is 10, one is 1, and the other one is 1. We add them. Here you have 1, 10, 1, 1, right? So you add them because they're grouped together. And here they're grouped together. Both of them are 1. So 1 plus 1. Now, next step. We said that write down the place value of each digit. Okay, so okay, what's happening to my screen? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Write down the place value of each digit from right to left. Okay, so place value of this one is 1. The other one is 60 to 1, and this one is 60 to 2. Now, multiply each digit by its place value and then add the results. Okay, the digit is 1 plus 1. times its place value, which is 62. Add it to the next one. The digit is 10 plus 1 times its place value, which is 61, and then add it to the next one. The digit is 10 plus 10 plus 1 plus 1 times its place value, which is 1. Okay, now we add them all. It's equal to, so 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times 60 squared plus 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 times 61 plus 10 plus 10, 20 plus 1, 21 plus 1, 22. 22 times 1. Okay, use your calculator. 60 squared times 2 is actually 7,200 plus 11 times 60 is 660 plus 22 times 1 is 22. So add them all. Plus 200. So it's 7,882. Please correct me if I'm wrong by sending me an email if you think I've made a mistake in my calculation. Okay, so here we go. We actually changed this Babylonian numeral to Hindu Arabic or base 10 numeral. Okay, so let me move to the next slide. Okay, here we go. Well, there is another number system. That's the Mayan number system. Well, this one has a symbol for 0. Okay, what I'm gonna do, well, I give you a break here, and then we get back and work on the Mayan number system, okay?